Students at Jackson State University are kicking off the new school year, and university officials are making sure they start safely.
Yeah, during Welcome Week, campus leaders are educating your children on which electrical items to leave at home. 3 Interside's Kennedy Drake tells you the information you need to know.
New students at Jackson State University are getting ready for the upcoming school year. University officials teach students the importance of electrical safety during Welcome Week. Campus operations urge students to trade their extension cords for surge protectors to prevent fires or outages.
A lot of people don't know the limitation of extension cords. They're really not safe at all because it is an extension of the main power supply that are going to equipment that requires electricity. A lot of times people put a plug in an extension cords that end up being too large and cause a surge, and sometimes it will cause a fire.
The university says students should not plug in heat products or kitchen appliances into surge protectors to avoid overloading the circuit. Residence hall directors tell us high voltage equipment should plug directly into the wall.
When you have a refrigerator, a microwave, your alarm clock, your computer, etc., that could cause too much power, and it could again trip the breakers in your room and other rooms beside it. And so as our staff do what's called health and safety inspections, they do check for those things to verify that too much is not plugged in.
JSU is also upgrading the fire panels in residence halls this school year. The new panels will improve smoke and fire detection. These systems will help emergency personnel respond faster if an alarm is triggered. University leaders say taking a few simple electrical safety precautions can help prevent fires and keep students focused on a safe start to the school year. Kennedy Drake, 3 on Your Side.